Go fishing. On a slow session like this, absolutely mint condition. Here we go. Nice mirror. £17 on the nose. £19.7. Look how dark she is across the back. There we go. £27 on the nose. Get in. Hello and welcome to episode 39. And for this episode I've come down to Horseshoe Lake in Gloucestershire. It's a session I've been looking forward to for quite some time. Got a bit of my gear out the car so far, put a bit in the swim. I'm in peg 15. I've got a little map, I'll show you a bit later on where exactly on Horseshoe Lake that is. But yeah, so I'm going to crack on because I'm not going to catch any fish if I keep waffling on. So let's go fishing. Right then guys, sorry for the extreme close up. I'm just going to show you the rigs I'm going to be fishing this session. So I've got the camera in the boot of my car at the moment because since I got here the wind's picked up, so and I got my bivvy set up yet, so the camera's in the back of my car to keep wind noise to a minimum. Right, rigs. Right, start off, I'm fishing the choddy. All three rods are on the choddy, naked choddy. Right, start off at the lead end. 2.5 ounce distance lead. I've kept the swivel on because yeah, as you can see there, I've got one of the ESP chod sleeves. It's got like a soft rubber section, so if you get a fish on, the hook link sort of butts up against that soft rubber and acts as like a shock absorber, and then with the hook link there it sort of keeps the lead away from the fish's mouth and sort of face. Kept the swivel on the lead, as opposed to where some people cut the swivel off. It's quite weedy out in front of me, a lot of silkweed. The reason I've kept the swivel on is if it digs into the weed with that sleeve, I want there to be a pivot point, so if that digs into the weed, it can pivot there and the line can still lay flat on the lake bed. Right, going up about 8 inches above that is a bead, then the chod hook length itself, and then above that is another bead with a drop-off bead. It's those two beads are actually called a naked chod system, and there's a bead there. It's got like a sort of a little slit in it, and so if you ever get snagged up in your crack off, what can happen is that the hook link goes against that bead, and it's just lining up the line a bit there, but what happens is that if your dick's cracked off, that bead will break away, and then what happens is, getting in a fuddle here, then that can pass over the top bead, and the fish is free to escape. And then yeah, the corder ready tied, long chod hook links, very very small amount of putty on the swivel, which was all that was required to sink the pop up, and a size 6 barbless hook. It's barbless rules here. Right, let's just put that bead back on. I've lost the bead. Alright, I'm gonna have to get another bead out my tackle box. Alright then, well, that's fishing exactly the same rig, all three rods. The only difference is the baits are different, but I'll go into that later on. Right then guys, I'm in my bivvy now, all set up, nice and comfortable. So can do a bit of filming work now to keep out of the wind, because there's still a bit of a wind blowing. You might be able to see a ripple on the water. The wind's blowing from behind me over to in front of me. The bit of wind that is blowing. So let's tell you a bit about where I am, what have you. And alright, I think I got a little map here of Horseshoe Lake, so if you can make it out, that is Horseshoe Lake, and I am fishing just there, peg 15. So zoom a bit closer. Yeah, this swim is called the disabled swim. I've come to this swim on the advice of the guys in the shop. They said this swim is sort of been producing quite well lately, while the rest of the lake's been quiet. So, like I say, it is a disabled swim. So if any disabled anglers want to come and fish, then they've got rights to this swim over me, so I'd have to move. But yep, that's where I am. Okie dokie. Alright, let's get on to location. So left arm rod is fishing, oh, I don't know if I can make, where are we? Oh, sorry for the shoddy camera work, guys. There we go. Yeah, so see that telegraph pole in the distance? That's where my left arm rod is aiming to, and then that big sort of tall tree in the centre of the picture, that's where my middle rod is aiming to, and then that slightly smaller tree but just to the right that still sticks out a bit, that's where my right arm rod's aiming to. So when I first got with each rod, one at a time, I had a lead around with just a lead on the end, and just kept casting out until I felt sort of solid donk. This whole place is absolutely caked in silkweed sealant. It's very hard going to find a completely solid spot. They are out there, but if I'd have sort of leaded around any longer, it would have taken me absolutely ages before I got fishing. So basically I'm fishing on silkweed, which I'm happy to fish on, especially on the chods that I'm fishing on all three rods. So didn't find no Canadian pondweed whatsoever, so chods were sit nicely on silkweed. Each one was weighed down with just enough putty just so that they were slow sinking, so it'll sit nicely on top of all the weed. Right, baits. Left arm rod. I am fishing Hinders 15mm pops, and that is cream stem and beetlin 15mm white pop-ups. So that's on the left arm rod. Middle rod is again pops from Hinders, again 15mm, but this flavour is the beetlin fruits. And on my right arm rod, again I'm fishing the Hinders pops, and this flavour is pineapple and then butyric acid beetlin pops. So same rig, same size bait, just different flavour, different colours, trying to or maybe pick out sort of if a fish like different colours, different flavours. If I catch a fish, or maybe a couple of fish on one rod, and it seems like one colour, one flavour's working over the others, I'll sort of switch all three rods to that. As you can I don't know if you can see, I'll zoom in a bit. There you go, there's a lot of bird life out on the water. So when it starts getting dark, I'm going to get the old throwing stick and got a load of boilies which have been glugging in the matching flavour liquid, so they're sort of extra attractant, extra flavour, and the aim is to I'm going to probably throw and stick out about half a kilo between the 3 rods as a sort of starting thing. So that's the plan, is to hopefully get the fish that will smell in the extra attractors from the glogged boilies, come into the area and find my high visual pop-ups just sitting on top of the silkweed and snaffle them up. That's the plan. Whether it works or not, I've absolutely no idea. It's yet to see. Have a little zoom out, so landing there, hopefully ready to get wet. Unhooking station. Yeah. Right, so that's that. I'll leave it there and then I'll get back to you later, guys. Right then, just attempted to put some bait out while it was still daylight, and I don't know if you could see in the distance, probably not, but literally on the second throwing stick the seagulls was on it. So yeah, you try putting out 3, 4, 5 boilies at a time and it's pointless. There's like 1 seagull, 5 seagulls, 10 seagulls, 100 seagulls, and they're just picking up the baits no matter how fast you throw them out. They're on it in a second, and they must watch them go through the air and follow them down. As soon as they hit the water, bang, they're on them. So yeah, looks like I'll have to wait with my plan of darkness before actually putting out some boilies. Yeah, feeling a bit nippy. I think the weatherman said it's going to get down to -2 tonight, so I reckon I'm probably going to get tucked up in my sleeping bag nice and early tonight after I've had some dinner. Yeah, so early days yet, a couple of hours into the fishing, so no bleeps yet. There you go. To get some bleeps, I'd have to have a full-on run, because I've got the lines so slack so that they can sit on the bottom, because I'm not using flying back leads. I'm not using flying back leads, but I am using back leads about a rod length off the rod tip. There's no weed right under the rod tip, so it's safe there to put a back lead there. But I've still got the lines super slack, because that's how you fish the choddy, and it's slack line, so everything's lying nice and flat for the best presentation possible of the choddy. Evening, guys. It's just going up to 9 o'clock. Obviously still no fish yet, otherwise you'd have seen it by now. But wind's died off now, lake's almost flat calm. Had a couple of bleeps earlier on, not long after setting up. Not sure if it was a bird life or liners or a misbite or what, I don't know. Yeah, just done me dinner. Oh, feel a bit better after that. But there's nothing much else to do. I'm on my own, I've got no radio or nothing to listen to, so I just had a quick check on my Facebook on my phone, not a lot happening on there. So I'm gonna get me head down early and then hopefully I'm going to get woken up in the night by a screamer. Fish, that is, not someone running behind me screaming. Right, I'll see you in the morning probably. No my luck. Alright, catch you later. Alright, morning guys. So, nice and early, only 7 o'clock. That's thanks to all the noisy bird life. Yeah, I've been awake a lot earlier. I think I woke up somewhat silly like 5 o'clock, just before it got light. And that's just down to all the bird life on the lake. Absolutely so noisy. Geese. God knows what other birds there are, but oh, for noisy bird life, this is the noisiest lake I've ever been to. But yeah, so they woke me up nice and early. But unfortunately, not the alarms waking me up nice and early. Had a couple of liners, but that was about it. Oh, I'm going to eat some breakfast in a minute. I've got some porridge with me. It's a nice porridge, nice hearty start to the day. Let's just see me right to get started. Well, and guys, early tactic change. When I wound my 3 rods in to put some fresh baits on, it was coated in weed, absolutely caked. So it sort of knocked me confidence of whether the chod rig was actually presented right. I've got a feeling it was presented right, but when he's winding in, it was just absolutely caked with weed. I mean everything, the lead, the hook bait, the hook link, the beads that keep the chod hook link in place, everything just coated in silkweed. And yeah, so I mean, the bait was probably presented alright, but it's probably picking up all that weed, winding it in, but I just can't be 100% sure. So I've decided to switch to the zigs already. So I'm gonna show you me rig. I've already cast out 2 on zigs already. I've cast out a 1 foot zig and a 6 foot zig so far. And this one I'm about to cast out is a 9 foot zig. So, right, there we go, here's the rig. So, lead clip. PVA'd the lead on, because if I get a bite, I want the lead off straight away. 2 ounce lead. I could have done with a lighter lead really for casting out a zig, but I haven't really got a big choice of leads in my bag, so I need to get some more leads. Yep. Anti-tangle sleeve, just to keep the sort of line away from the hook on the cast. And then here we go. Then 9 foot of hook link, which is the quarter cruiser line, which is a floating line anyway, so I've always found it's a good line for zigs. And then here we go. I'm using a little zig bug, which is made by Rob Cartledge at MBR Tackle. So I've got 3 of these on, all the different colours. This is a red and black. I've got a yellow, black, and an orange and black that's already been cast out. So they're very nice zig bugs there, tied by Rob. So, and before I cast it out, all I'm going to do is take a good old faithful beetle in, give the old zig bug a bit of a dunk in that. And then last thing to do before I cast it out, 2 bits of rig foam, and then just sandwich the thing, wet a bit so it sticks on both sides. Oh, that beetlin's really sweet. So that's how the zig bug will look when I cast it out. It's just to prevent tangles and what have you. So when the lead goes out first, sort of this acts as sort of a break in the air, so this always flies second, and it just helps tangles on the cast, prevent tangles even. Right, let's get this cast out, and then that'll be all 3 rods fishing on zigs then. Right then guys, I'm just going to show you how clear the water is here at Horseshoe Lake. I'll just have a look in the old margins here. There's a bit of glare on the water. Let's have a look around this side. There you go. So you can very, very easily see the bottom. And as you look at the screen, it looks inches deep, but it's actually about 3 foot deep here, just in the margins. I just stuck my old landing net handle in to see how deep it was. I only thought it looked about it's deceiving really, it looks about 1.5 foot deep, but yeah, my landing net handle went down about 3 foot to the bottom there. I think these guys here are friends of my fellow blogger Ross, known as Careful Carping. He's doing a bit of spotting work. Or, for the look of it, spawning work. That's very efficient. One person does the spawning, the other person does the casting. Right then guys, settling in for the evening now. As you just see me, I was recasting one of my zigs, but I've just recast all 3. I know it don't really matter about spots with zigs, unless he's spotting over the top, which I'm not. But all I was doing was giving all the zig bugs a fresh glug of beetle in to give them a bit of extra flavour boost to fish through the night now. Sun's just dropped down over the horizon, so it's going to start getting dark soon, and you can already feel it temperature wise with the sun disappearing over the horizon. It is freezing already. I've just had to put a couple more layers back on, and I was down to just my t-shirt earlier on. It's been quite a nice day today. Started off a bit cloudy, a bit grey skies, and sort of about midday the clouds disappeared, the sun came out, and it was actually quite a nice warm day. Well, warm considering this the time of the year, I suppose. But yeah, sun's gone down, and straight away you can feel it temperature wise. Yeah, so I've just put the layers back on, and this will probably be my last updated evening now, unless any fish happen to grace the bank, which is fairly unlikely looking at this rate. Frozen Delkims still work. Morning, guys. Oh, freezing this morning. Oh, I woke up, looked outside the bivvy, saw absolutely everything was freezing. So I just quickly wandered out there just to, as you see, break the ice from around to me rod tips where the line goes into the water. On the slim chance that my line does get pulled, I just wanted to make sure my lines were ice free so that they could be pulled freely. I'm staying back in the sleeping bag now until the sun comes up proper. It's only out there a few minutes, so I'm absolutely freezing. What happened last night? Not a lot really. Had a couple of liners on me right hand rod, which is the 6-foot zig. But obviously, as you've not seen any fish, there hasn't been any. So I've never fished zigs through a night before. It was worth a shot, I suppose. And I'll leave the zigs on now. At least my lines are free to be pulled. So I'm just gonna lay probably for about another hour, yeah, I reckon, before the sun comes up. I'll see you guys later when it's warmer. Alright then, guys. So, a few hours of my session left. Just had me breakfast. So I'm nice and warm inside, but bloody cold outside. And you can't make it out on screen. I don't know if you can. I think you just about make it out in the distance. But more or less the whole of the lake is frozen over. So I haven't recast or anything. I'm still fishing under zigs. Probably not the best tactic to be fishing when you're on a frozen over lake. But I'm gonna have to stick with it now. I've got no choice, because if I wind my rods in, that's my session over. I can't recast on a frozen over lake. That's what the guy to the peg to my left has done. He's on choppies, what they call choppy swim. He's wound in and he's stuck now. He's waiting for the lake to defrost. So I'm gonna have to stick with the zigs now for the rest of my session. So hopefully something will happen, but like I said, there's only about 2-3 hours maybe, but Who knows, might get lucky. It's a hard water at the best of times, but so my second session in, it's looking like it's going to be another blank. Yeah, I was chatting to the guy to the left, he come round, and this is his second season on the lake, and he said so far he's only had 2 fish out so far in all the time he's been here. So that just goes to show what hard water this is. Right then guys, I've only got a couple of hours of my session to go. Definitely looking like a blank on the cards again, but that's Horseshoe. It's a hard water even at the best of times, and you just got to try and make the best of it. Just had a bit of an occurrence with the ice about 10 minutes ago, as it was all starting to melt and drift away, and there's a wind blowing this way now, sort of from a swim from my left to my right, and the breeze has picked up a bit, and it was starting to bring all the drift ice this way, and big sheet of drift ice, caught up all 3 rods. Obviously I'm fishing tight lines for the zigs, and yeah, big sheet of ice come down this way, picked up all 3 lines. Quickly pick up the back ends of each rod and dip the lines until that big sheet of ice had drifted past me, so that was fun. When it hit the left hand rod I thought, oh, fish on, and then realised it was a big bit of sheet ice caught in the tight line, and yeah, I managed to hit that rod until the ice went past, and then caught up on the right 2 rods. Hey ho, that's the fun of fishing, I guess. Yeah, this blog's coming to an end. I think I'll probably only do one more update after this update, unless any fish come along, which is seeming highly unlikely. Oh well. I mean, if you've enjoyed watching this video, fair play. If you don't mind watching blanks, if you hate watching blanks, I'm very sorry. Nothing I can do. I've tried my best, different rigs, different tactics, what have you. So I'm sorry you've had to sit through a blank video. I can't do nothing about it, I'm sorry. Anyway, talking of videos, I'd like you to check out another blogging friend of mine, a guy called Ben Clements. His channel's called 88 Crazy Carp in. I'll put his little name just there. I'll put a link in the video description as well to his channel. Yeah, Ben makes some good videos, he has some nice fish, and he films a good blog, so he's one of the bloggers I enjoy watching. So yeah, check out 88 Crazy Carping. I think all my viewers would like his videos as well. Yeah, I'll leave it there. Unless any fish come along between now and the next 2 hours, then my next update is going to be my logging off. Just about to pack my bivvy down. All the night frost and condensation has dried off now, so I can start packing down my bivvy. Right, I'll leave it there. Waffling on, video too long, blah blah blah. Catch you later. Alright guys, well, my session's come to an end now. As you can see, everything's packed away, all apart from my rods. Just got to wind them in, and then that's it for me. So unfortunately my second visit to Horseshoe has resulted in a blank again. Oh well, I'm going to leave it a few months before coming back, wait till the weather warms up a bit, wait till the clocks have changed, that kind of thing, and I think this place should pick up a bit then. But yeah, calling it a day there. So thanks for watching if you sat through the whole of this video. Sorry again it's been a blank. I've tried my best. I'm going to get these rods wound in and go home, have a hot shower, and I'll be back next week with another video on a runs water where hopefully I'll be catching lots of fish. Bye bye.